controversial opinion, maybe my most controversial opinion. I'm a firm believer that the best and strongest relationships, the ones with the most longevity, are transactional. The only relationships that aren't meant to be transactional are those between a parent and a child, because we did not ask to be here. They chose to have us. To clarify, I want to say transactional for me means mutually beneficial. Like, you get something out of this, I get something out of this. And I think the key is to be flexible about what the transaction looks like, and to be flexible about how that person may show up for you. Like, keeping your heart open to how that transaction may look, and letting people show up as themselves and pour into you in a way that comes natural to them, not what you want out of them. How you show up for your friend or your lover probably looks different than how they show up for you. And I think that's really dope, right? Like, isn't that the foundation of, at least for me, I can't really think of many relationships where, at least in my life, where the way I show up for them is exactly how they show up for me. We usually show up for each other in different ways. We play into our strengths, and I love that. Because also, by showing up for each other in different ways, it means that we get to learn from each other. And I learn from my friends, especially, all the time. When I see them do something for me or for someone else, I'm like, ooh, I wouldn't have thought of that. I really like that. And so, for example, maybe you provide the laughs and you drive the conversation when you're with a friend or a lover or a family member, whatever, or a colleague, but they're the dependable one and they can be counted on in an emergency. That's transactional. To me, that's transactional. You're both showing up and offering something, and you're both getting something from the exchange. Maybe you're the one who always takes care of making the dinner reservation, but they do all the research to find out which Italian restaurant is best because they have impeccable research skills. Boom. Everyone wins, and you showed up in different ways, and everyone got to play into their strengths. And yeah, maybe you're like me, the mom of the group, and your lover is the life of the party. He knows where the best parties are, or she knows where the best parties are, but you make sure everyone gets home okay. Boom. Everyone wins. Relationships without transactions are empty and often leave one party feeling drained. Again, unless parent and child. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this. And if you're listening on Spotify, there's a poll below the show notes. I'm very, very curious to hear what you think. Because again, I've said this to people before, and a lot of people agree with me. Well, most of my friends agree with me because they're my friends. So I think we think very similarly. But some people have been turned off by the sentiment. Maybe it's because of how I'm communicating it. Maybe mutually beneficial sounds better than transactional. But either way, I think that the best relationships are ones where both people are pouring into it in their own unique way and allowing the other person to do the same. Until next time, stay kind.